Hello YouTube. This is going to be measurements for the Fluval AquaClear 70. There were a lot of unboxings on YouTube already, so I didn't feel I needed to do unboxing. But I thought it'd be helpful to provide specific dimensions, both of the outer dimensions as well as the chamber dimensions, as we get an idea of how big this is. It's actually quite a large filter. You see, this is the Fluval 70. So across the width, it's 8¼ inches. Across this dimension, it's 6 inches. It's 8¼ inches high. I don't know if that really makes much difference to people. It more has to do with how much space you need behind the back, 6 inches there, and how much space it's going to take along the edge of the tank, to 8¼ inches. So that's the outer dimensions. Now if we look at the inner dimensions, we can see that the filter, the media basket, is 5½ inches long by 3¾ inches wide, and doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the tank because there's a little catch there. The water flows underneath to the bottom of the filter and then up. So that's to the top of the basket where the latches are. That's 6¾ inches. I suppose you could probably fit 7 inches worth of stuff in there to get the top to close correctly. So this is the basket here. It comes out. And there we have it. So those are the dimensions. Hope that helps. It's actually quite large compared to some of my other filters, like I'm thinking the Penguin 200 that I have. All right, so those are the dimensions. Next step is I'm going to do a noise test. So stay tuned. All right, here we have the Fluval AquaClear 70 set up and running. Just a brief note before we get to the sound. That full dimension here, I probably couldn't fill that, although you could fill that up with media, since the outlet for the water flow only comes up to about there. That's slightly less, so it wouldn't make sense to put the media above that level there. It's actually quite quiet. You get just a very slight background hum. I'll be quiet for a minute so see if you can hear that. And this is intended, it's going to replace this filter here, which is the Magnum 350 canister filter. It was a real pain to clean the filter because of the quick release valves. I suppose that's better than lifting all the tubing out, but made for some water spillage when you disconnect them, and you got to lug it around and open it up and take the filter pad out, clean the media. So I decided that the AquaClear would be a lot easier. All you got to do is lift the basket out, clean out the media, and put it back in. I can't get much simpler than that. So in terms of quiet, that's how quiet it is. There is just a slight bit of water trickle that you can hear. Now I've got the flow turned down to low because I'm real sensitive to the sound of the filters. So you can hear it a little bit when you see the water flow here. So it's got a nice flow, very quiet. If I turn it up this way, you get more flow and you get more trickle noise. I do have the tank filled to the base of the trim. So actually as the water evaporates a little bit, it'll probably get a little bit noisier. I waited for the water to go down about 1/4 of an inch before I fill it back up. And it's been running now for, what, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes? And turn it back onto low. And you can hear the hum a little bit. So we'll see. I expect that as it builds some coating from running, it'll probably get even quieter. Every once in a while you get a little bit of a rattle, but barely noticeable, and then it goes away. So I'm pretty pleased. I like it. And it's going to be a lot easier to clean than the Magnum 350 canister. So there you have it. Hope that helps.